Hello everyone, welcome back to the KMTRADERS channel. So we're taking a look into gold for this week. So what we can see through last week, we've had that sell-off opportunity here. I think that's what we spoke about in the last update video. And we're going to be torn between two scenarios right now, and it will be quite obvious when to get in on the price action just by following price action. So we're going to both discuss an opportunity to the upside and to the downside. So I'll begin with the my opinion on what I think is going to potentially happen, and I believe that this has the potential to push lower. And the reason for that is just following this price action right now, what we can see at the end of the week and throughout the 3rd of June, we've had that strength towards the downside. So I'm also being mindful of this bullish candle as well, just to kind of keep that in perspective, just in case price does want to go up. So that's why I'm wanting to discuss both upside opportunities and downside. So what we're going to be seeing here, if we do see a downside opportunity, is pretty much a small retracement to the upside and then a push lower. And ultimately the goal here is to take out this low and to come within this range here. So the reason why I think this could potentially happen is because as price is getting nearer and nearer towards our uptrend here, most people will see this if we were to draw it even much more accurate, which we should have done, now that we're getting closer towards price action. So just simply connecting 2 to 3 points of price action points, we can see that what will happen if we get price to push lower is it will start to break this uptrend here, and what that could signify is potential buying opportunities for for the mass majority of people, or it will continue to push lower. And then this is the thing about this downside opportunity, is that we're not entirely too sure of how far this will go down, and if it will continue to drop lower is where we potentially anticipate it. But that's why it's better to just focus on the short term for now, and then we can discuss when price action comes closer whether if it's going to head further down or if it's going to rebound up. So pulling up the RSI just to show there is a potential divergence forming here, so adding to the confidence that there is a potential downside move approaching. So whether that happens now or the alternative is where we get this buying opportunity, and that would happen if we start to see some strong bullish candles towards the upside. And that could just simply look at something like this, where price just starts to push up. And then if this does happen, we should expect price to ideally break the high at 1920, and the goal for you guys then to get in on this entry is to wait for a retest and then a push higher. And if that does happen, your entry would be looking at something on the retest, and again the sell opportunity would be waiting for a retest as well. So if I were to draw that just a bit more proper, it will look something like this. But yeah, I hope that can this kind of makes sense, because the reason why I'm discussing both options is because, as we spoke about last time in our gold video, is that we're potentially entering a consolidation area. So we're in a range bound market potentially. As we can see through our EMAs, they're cutting through price action sideways instead of how it's been above or beneath price action. So that's pretty much a nice indicator just to have on there. Because if you look at here, for example, you can see that consolidations here, and what ended up happening here was a channel being formed. So I hope that kind of makes sense why I've come to the conclusion that there's a potential consolidation here. So even if we were to kind of map out where this could be, it could look something like that, and price could push within this range. And that's why I don't really want to discuss any long-term moves just yet, because if we do get a break towards the upside after this consolidation, then we could be looking at for further highs. Whereas the alternative is, if we get more consolidation towards the side and then a drop, then that's something where we could then potentially discuss further for downside moves. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss really for gold for this week. Again, I know it's not usually that I give two options, but for this market condition for now for this week, I think it makes sense that we should both discover, two options, and hopefully by next week we'll have a clear bias where we're either just discussing an upside opportunity or a downside opportunity. So that will be all for us for this week. If you are new to this channel, we do have a trading group that you can join. That link is in the description. And of course, if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can do. So thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll see you all in our next video.